Hello, hello. I'm just going to ask you, George, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I haven't done one of these for a couple of weeks. I've been a bit poorly and I'm now back. She's back. Done nothing with myself. I've had a morning at work. Then I went for a drive in the sunshine. And now I've just turned up here, put the laptop on and I'm in. So goodness only knows what I look like or what I'm going to say next. I don't really know. But I do have some questions while I'm waiting for more people to come in. Now, George, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Before I go anywhere, let's just see if anyone can hear me before I start answering any questions. Is it good? Am I on? Am I on? Are my glasses straight? Oh. George is here. He says he's here. But can you hear me, George? And if anyone else is on here? Oh, we're on. Da, da, da. Tanya, one of my big subscribers who always checks in with me, she's got loads of questions for me. So I'm going to quickly answer them as quickly as possible. Oh, great. Sonia can hear me too. Amazing. Great. I'm going to put George's thumbs up, ready to go. Like I just said, I've been at work all morning, had a tiring morning, had a tiring week. Sun came out, so I thought I'd better go for a drive. I've come in, chuck the laptop on, and what's going to happen next? Who knows? I may still cough a little bit in between talking because it's a lot of talking, and so my voice may pack up at some point. So we're just going to keep going until that happens. Now, my friend Tanya has got some questions for me. Let's answer all these questions, quick fire round. And I'm going to answer them completely honestly because that's how this channel works. I give you the completely honest answers, whether you like them or not. First question, do you eat twice a day or do you have lunch? Well, this varies as to my schedule. Now, I'm now breaking up for half-term week, which means that I now can be ultra strict on my timings. I can now eat when I want rather than being told when to. So during the next week, I'm going to be eating twice a day, probably around 10, 11 o'clock, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock. Nice and simple. During term time, though, when I'm at work, my eating goes a lot more ad hoc. I'll have a little breakfast at 7:15, which might be big, might be little. And then I'll end up having some kind of little snack in the car, like salami or something, just to keep me going at lunchtime. And then I'll eat again when I come in, like pork belly or chicken thighs or whatever I've got available. I love being off work because then I can stick to my TUMAD, which I feel is more natural. So I am so glad that I've now broken up for school for a week, so I can now eat in the correct way, like I'm supposed to. But as long as I eat in a carnivore way, right, it doesn't matter my timings. Next question, if you have lunch, what do you take to work? Well, that does vary. It could be some salami, or if I've got more time, it could be a ribeye that I've cooked that's gone cold that I take in, or some roast beef slices, or this week I've been cooking extra breakfast and taking that in. One day I cooked some scrambled up bacon and eggs and things, and there was too much of it and I couldn't eat it all because I was rushing around. So I just threw it in a pot and ate it cold. It wasn't very exciting cold, but it did the job and kept me going for the day. Have you incorporated butter? Well, I think it's important that everybody knows that over the last month, I have actually been having full dairy because the weather's been miserable, my job's been miserable, and I did say that it was emergency food if I needed to. It was nice having that extra level to go to, and I have been comfort eating on dairy. But now that half term has begun, tomorrow dairy free, and I intend to stay that way. I've had my little hurrah with my dairy. So tomorrow I'm going cold turkey on that. There'll be a few detox symptoms for a couple of days. There will be a weigh-in now, but it's been changed, but I will tell you about that later because it's just, I'm all over the place. I'm just so busy. I'm always like this when I've first broken up from work. I'm just too busy. I can't wait to chill out for a couple of days. I'm staying in my pajamas tomorrow, so any videos I do will be in my pajamas. Normally I have my headphones on, so I forgot to put my earphones on. Oh my gosh, I'm just so professional. This is why you watch this channel, because you just never know what's going to happen next. So yes, if I'm at work, I eat 2 or 3 times a day. When I'm off work, TUMAD. I have incorporated butter, but I have also incorporated cheese as a bit of a comfort thing. But I do know plenty of carnivores that started off eating cheese and still counted themselves as carnivores. So I'm still in ketosis every single day, and I believe fat adapted too. Are you still off any tea? No, tea came back in for a month as well. The tea came back in as well. I have just had a cup of tea. I'm blaming the British weather, but that needs to go too, and it will be gone by March, and then I'm going to have 6 months. No dairy, no tea. So Tanya, thank you for asking. I always answer honestly. I have been having tea during February, and I have been having dairy during February because I have been miserable and the weather has been atrocious, and I stand outside in it all day long, and I was poorly, and I just moved to that level of having the dairy, but that's going to go again because it has set my psoriasis back off. So I'm counting down the days for when that can be gone again, and it'll be a 6-month break again. Next question is, do you eat any fish, sardines? I like to eat prawns when they're on special offer. I eat king prawns. I tend to take them in for lunch if they are on special offer. I probably would eat more fish, and now that we're back on holiday again, I was thinking of doing a lion for this week, but I don't think I'm going to. The winter is still very much in force in the UK, so I'm going to enjoy all of the different critters. So all the different meats, all the different fish. No dairy though. I'm going to use this week as an opportunity to detox away from that again. Do you mix your meats? Yes, absolutely. I eat any kind of meat. I know that my body prefers just beef, but I'm still not at that stage where I can just go to just beef because there's too much scope for falling off the wagon altogether. So I like to have a variety of different flavors. I'm eating a lot of chicken at the moment, a lot of pork. And thank you. So that's the end of the questions from Tanya. So yeah, hopefully I've answered those quite happily. We're heading into March, not long now, right? We're on the 14th. So we've got a couple of weeks to go when March comes, and that sounds like spring to me. So there's going to be some tightening up of those bolts and dotting of the I's and crossing the T's. The tea will go again, the dairy will go again, but hopefully we're going to find out. We're going to find out next week if I'm fat adapted. I've had a bit of change of plan on that. Yeah, George said, let's talk about you, George, because he's mentioned about the dairy. Sorry, I'm going to be tickling. We're going to be tickling. I don't know how long this live's going to go on for. I may only be able to make half an hour because I'm still not 100%, and after lots of talking, I get dry throat. So really, really annoying. The winter is endless. Today we have got sun. We have got sun. But George said during transition, I used to eat a lot of Baby Bell. Yeah. And I have always said during this particular journey that I would go to dairy if I needed it as some kind of comfort. If I needed some sort of feeling of comfort, I would go to dairy as my emergency food. Now that I'm at the end of this half term and we've now got a sunny week coming up, they say, I'm thinking of quitting it again. So, and I'm going to weigh in at the end of half term. I know I keep flip-flapping about that. I know that some of you are confused now that I've said that, because one minute I was going to weigh in the middle of half term, then I wasn't going to weigh in. Then I was, then I wasn't. I don't like the scales. For those of you that have followed my channel for a while, you will know that there is a hate-hate relationship with the scales. There's no love-hate, it's all hate. So I will put it off for as long as possible. Don't like going on them because generally it's no, error, get off, get back on with your day. But I do think, hi Jeff, Jeff's joined the channel. It's always amazing to me, people joining in from everywhere. I did say in my previous video that, sorry, this is a health channel and anything goes. It was going to be my monthly thing next week, but it's happening now. Too much information, but it's a health channel, so we should be able to cover all areas, right, George? We have covered your areas, haven't we, in the past? So what's happening right now is I am going to weigh in next weekend. I'm going on a detox this week, no tea, no dairy, just absolutely plain meat, so that I'm in the same position as I was at Christmas. So that because if I start eating cheese, I'm going to have to get rid of that before I weigh in, because I can gain quite a lot of bloating weight with cheese. So that needs to be gone out of the system, and then I've got a clean slate. And then I'm going to get on the scales either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Not sure when. I'm even thinking of doing it, filming it. So filming myself stepping on the scale to say, right, this is how much I've lost in the last 2 months. Have I lost any? Da, da, da. And here we go. And then you can feel my pain with me. So if there's absolutely no weight loss, we can all feel the disappointment together, right? George is smiling. That's good. Yes. George knows that we talk about all no holds barred health on this channel. There's nothing we're not scared of talking about on here. So yeah, so I've got women's issues, but I'm glad, because I thought it was next weekend and now it's this weekend. If you are a female watching, you'll know that we tend to gain a couple of pounds when we're on our female issue, and I'm not going to do that. So it's happening now. Good detox, too mad all week, clean meat all week, and then a weigh in next Saturday and say, right, okay, in the last 2 months, this has happened. For those of you that didn't see my last video, I've had a lot of people at work saying, you've lost weight. When are you getting on the scales? Sarah, when are you getting on the scales? I hate the scale. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. And my eldest son's saying, just don't. But I keep feeling like I'm fat adapted. Everyone at work is saying, you've lost weight. So I'm thinking, and all my joggers, all my trousers are all loose around the thigh area. So I'm thinking, right, let's do it. Let's build up to it. Let's get rid of the dairy now. It's been in for a few weeks while I've been going through, just feeling just a bit, is this winter ever going to end? Is the sun ever going to come out? Still going around regularly picking up the in-laws off the floor. I know I'm just making excuses, but sometimes life just gets you. And luckily I had that cheese to move to if I needed it. And I figured it's better to eat some 0 carb cheese than completely fall in the carb ditch and have to be pulled out by my friend George out of the carb ditch. And I don't really want to do that, because I'm very close now. Next weekend, I am 7 months into this. 7 months is the longest I've ever been in ketosis. It's the longest I've ever stuck to anything. So, yeah. But George is absolutely right when he says the winter is endless. We have definitely had, for every sunny day this winter, we've probably had about 25 grey days. Seriously. If you're somewhere where the sun is out, I'm sorry if it's too hot for you. I shouldn't moan. It shouldn't moan. It's only going to be a couple of months before we're all bitching about the heat in the UK. But if you do have sun, try and enjoy it, because we haven't had it very much at all. The sun is out in the UK today and we're all in shock. In fact, I'm actually upset that I'm even on here. I may have to wrap this up early and go out for a walk, actually get some more sun on my face this afternoon. So if anyone's got any more questions, I've answered Tanya's questions with absolute honesty and clarity. It's good that she mentioned butter, because in yesterday's video, I had forgotten to talk about the fact that I was going to talk about it over the course of half term. I'd like to do at least one video around the lake. So I can do that now. And then I was probably going to talk about the fact that I'd had some dairy as a comfort and then needs to go again. So I'm feeling optimistic. We're getting to that part of the winter, though, where I can start to see spring happening. But if anyone got any more questions, I don't know how long to do it for today. I'm totally unprepared. I don't know if anyone else has got any questions. Anyone got anything they want to talk about? As you can see from the state of me, I've literally just come in straight from... shouldn't talk about it too much, but my husband had to come and rescue me at work. But it's Valentine's Day. I had a bit of trouble with my new car that's old. The passenger door wouldn't shut. So now luckily I've got a husband that knows how to fix things. So he's got to take that all apart now, because next week I'm taking out my best friend. in my new best friend, and she's got to be able to shut the passenger door. So today's been chaos. I started at 5. I've been at work chasing children around. Couldn't get my car to shut. Took it for a drive in the sunshine, and I've come home, and now I'm talking to you guys. And I think that's reflected in the fact that my hair is an absolute disaster area, and I have absolutely no makeup on, and it's all good, but the sun is shining. Come on. I'm going to be making some strange noises though, because George says, my local pub puts cheddar and Stilton on the table at Sunday lunchtime. Very nice. Do you get to have some, or are you not needing to? I can't believe how long I went without dairy, and then February, just it was maybe the last week of January, perhaps. I think it was perhaps around my eldest son's birthday. I just thought, oh, I don't want to completely fall off the wagon here, so I might have to move to my emergency food. But I do know a lot of long-term carnivores, and I'm talking long, 10 years, 15, 20 years plus, that had cheese in their first year and still counted themselves as carnivore. I know there were people and I know there are some carnivores that have been in this space over 10 years and still have some cheese on occasion and still count themselves as zero carb carnivore. So even though there are some carnivore police that might say, shouldn't probably have the cheese, but I feel as though it was the right thing to do. But now I've checked the weather for half term. It looks reasonable. We've got quite placid weather, quite mild and sunny. So I'm thinking, or fresh and sunny, but just bright, not grey doom coming down. So this is a good week for me to have a nice detox. And then I am going to weigh in with my camera. I may have to paint my toenails. Otherwise, you're going to see my horrible winter feet stepping on the scale. No one needs to see that. When I go for my weigh in, you don't have to look. You just listen to me crying. Yeah, just listen to the crying. Black Lion says, wish my local pub did that. Yeah, if my local pub did that, I'd be there all the time. But I do try not to drink. I didn't drink when I was ill either. I don't feel like I'm looking great, George. George is saying, I probably, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm puffy because of the cheese, but I do know that once I quit it, I'm going to have a big detox. And next weekend, there will be some weight loss. There will be some, but don't get your hopes up. I think with me, we manage our expectations, don't we? Keep ourselves in line. Don't get too excited. Karen Boom is in the house. Karen, we've just been saying that I've gone back to having a bit of cheese because I was a bit sad about it being still winter. But I'm going to detox away from it this week. And next week, I'm having a weigh-in for the first time in 2 months. Because everyone at work keeps saying to me, you've lost weight. Please, can you weigh yourself? And I keep saying, I don't want to weigh myself. And they keep saying, when are you weighing yourself? Come on, you've definitely lost weight. So let's see. And Lainey has melted cheese with the meat instead of potatoes. Yeah, it's nice to have, especially when it gets to that end point of winter when you're just like, done now, done with the winter. But yeah, but then I know that Lainey has lost a fair bit of weight, didn't she, with her treatment? So, you know, good for her for enjoying that. And Karen says, it's fine, Mama. Raw dairy might be your ticket. It's very pricey. Well, I only get to eat raw dairy twice a year because we get it when we go on a farm on a holiday, a dairy farm twice a year in Cornwall, and they let us have some raw milk straight from the cow. So I don't even know where I'd get it from under normal circumstances. So we get it there. And when they offer it to us, we do take it because you only live once and it's a special treat, and they're amazing people and they're the happiest people you've ever seen. So I look at them and they're fit and super healthy, just like Maggie the rancher. And I think, well, if it's okay for you, go on then. I'll have some of your raw dairy milk, and it is absolutely amazing. You can taste the difference between that one and the supermarket stuff. So I do have that twice a year. Apologies for clearing my throat. I'm still not 100% better. One thing I am very disappointed about is that carnivores always seem to say, I never get sick, I never get sick, I never get sick, never get sick. And over this winter, working in a nursery, I don't know whether there's lots of theories around why we get sick. And some people say it's a detox, and some people say it's a germ going around. And I like to keep my eye on both of those theories, and I respect both of those theories. But over this week and this winter, I work in a nursery with children who've got snot coming out of their noses constantly, probably because of that stuff they had sprayed up their nose in December. Controversial. I've been ill twice badly and 3 little ones that I got over, so that's annoying. Karen says we have to sign up to be a member, and then we pick up our milk once a week, where it's delivered to a drop-off point outside someone's house in Coolers, and they email you after they drop it off. Cool. Oh, I so wish I lived next door to you. How fun that would be, picking up our sneaky cheeky raw milk after the drop-off. That does sound very fun. Yeah. I don't even know where to begin around here, because I live in snowflake society where everyone drives an electric car, lives in debt. I wouldn't touch that raw dairy, no. Oh, God. I bet they hate my new car, 28 years old. When I drive up the road, I like to drop the gear down and, show them what a proper car is like, if you know what I mean. Karen says it's like picking up drugs. I bet. Oh my gosh. That just sounds my thing. Search find raw milk near me. Can you even do that? I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that was all highly illegal. Though that would make me want it more, though. You know me. Yes. Yeah, your car's only 3 years newer than mine, right? Brilliant. Yeah, I absolutely adore my my 90s car, though something does seem to go wrong every time I go out in it, but that's because it was left lying around for a long time. So little bits and pieces are coming back to life. Some of them are dying before they come back to life. It's great fun. This probably won't work if I do this. But most people won't understand this. They just won't understand it. But yeah, most people won't get this. But somebody did get out of their car today, look at my car and say, oh my God, I love your car. 90s car. Check that out. V6. Everything about it. 90s. We've got a new stereo in there. Banging music. Everything but the fluffy dice. Apparently I'm not allowed to get fluffy dice. So, yeah. George is saying, visiting a certain dairy farm here in Somerset next weekend. I'll ask the farmer's wife about raw milk. Is it the same farmer's wife I'm thinking about? Are they even allowed to talk about it these days? Raw milk? Yeah. George, apologies that I haven't been doing anything about the meetup. I do need to contact Alex to talk about things. I do apologise that I have not. I'm so glad I'm not the main organiser of this thing, and I'm kind of a sidekick. I did warn you, though, that I was the most disorganised committee member in the committee. So, but hopefully I'll be able to do something about that now it's half term. We've got a week off and I haven't got that much planned. So going out and doing videos around the lake will get me thinking about it and getting into the right zone. And hopefully I'll be more help to you and Carl. For those of you that don't know, it's unlikely. We've got a meetup in the UK on the 2nd of August. I believe that Kerry from Homestead How is very aware of it and is going to help us promote it. Jonathan's here from Carnivore Muscle. Hi, Jonathan. He was very encouraging in a comment he put. He said, I'm going to make it. I believe I'm going to make it too. I do. But I'm still not doing any weight training. I'm still not doing any tweaking. We're going to see what it says on the scales. As you've only just joined, I'm going to say, I I know I keep flip-flapping around about this, but I am weighing in on the 22nd of February. I have decided I'm absolutely doing it. So I did go back to dairy in February because I was, well, had both my son's birthday and the weather was getting me down. So I'm quitting it tomorrow. I'm going to have a week of really, really, really clean meat. No dairy, no teas, no coffees, nothing. And then next Saturday, I think it's the 22nd next Saturday. Is that right? Does that sound about right to you? I am going to do, I'm going to film myself weighing myself to see if there's been any difference in that 2 months. And if there is no difference, I am just going to keep doing what I am doing. I know that might frustrate some people. I know some people are probably thinking, do some fasting, do some dry fasting, tweak it, lift some weights, do this, do that. But I am following the old veterans that say, if you keep going and just keep going, you will have the body you want. And I am testing that theory. We shall see. If I do decide to tweak, I'll let you all know. Fee's in here now. Hi, everyone. Hello. And Jonathan Carnival Muscle does say, how are you doing? Really well. I have been ill, which is really annoying because carnivores are not supposed to get ill. And I was ill in October as well, and I was having no dairy then. So if anyone says you're only ill because you've had dairy, I don't believe that to be the case. But I am going to have a lovely detox this week, and next weekend I am going to be feeling really good, because another week getting past this thing and detoxing the dairy out, I'm going to feel nice and light, and then the fingers will get crossed, and then we'll get on the scales. I'm not going to get nervous about it. I am going to what was I going to say? I got distracted. I think Jonathan was asking George how he was. So I've got distracted now. Oh, wow, I'm so professional. Does anyone remember my birthday that we did? My birthday live. Wow, that was fun. Jonathan said, I've gained 2.7 kilos in 2 months. I'm about 100 grams off. I've been ill since the start of December. Oh gosh, 12 hospital appointments for surgery, staph infection, failed wound healing. Oh my gosh. I haven't been as ill as that. Now I feel really bad now for moaning about my little cold and my little cough. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that you've been having a rough time. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, let's see if we can cheer him up. I haven't got any trumpets, and I'm not going to sing. I'll tell you what, though, what is quite funny. Well, it's funny to me because I am really crazy. Maybe I'll show you a picture of my car. Did you see the picture of my car, Jonathan? My new one. Do you know what I've still got on my dining table? Christmas baubles. Oh, yeah. Christmas baubles. Because we're so disinterested in tidying up. Yep. Yeah. Valentine's Day plans. Well, my Valentine's Day plan was that my husband came and rescued me from my car not working. Didn't you, Si? You rescued me, didn't you? Yeah. Because this little troublemaker here tried to take it out for a drive today, and the passenger door wouldn't shut. So my Valentine's treat was him coming to rescue me like a knight in shining armor on his horse. That was really good. Thank goodness he was there. So don't buy 28-year-old cars, as it turns out. Nothing but trouble. But it does make me smile. Yeah. You took your mum to the gym. Oh, nice. Jonathan took his mum to the gym. Very nice. Did she enjoy it? Did she actually want to go? Sorry. Anything could happen, right? Anything could happen. Good husband. Yes, thank goodness he wasn't at work today. Otherwise, I'd have had to just leave my car at work and just walk home, which isn't far, thankfully, and go and pick it up another day. So, yeah, just leaving the car here. Just got a few faults, but don't worry. But what was funny though is that one lady got out of her car this morning and saw it and said, "I love your car. Oh my gosh, I love your car." And I was like, so they're on cloud 9, and the passenger door wouldn't shut. So that's my day. Now I'm here, you know, looking absolutely full glamour, you know. Ooh, nice. Jonathan has said, yeah. So Karen said, good husband. Karen thinks you're a good husband. Yeah. And Jonathan says, she enjoyed it. She's a better trainer than 99% of folks I've seen. She's mid-60s and 4 sessions in. Now, this is going to be me in my mid-60s. I know I'm not going to the gym at the moment. I know that I'm just keeping myself just active. But I do see myself, you know, running rings around the younger ones when I'm older. So, and fees, hanging curtain rails, very romantic. Yes. This is, yeah, when you've been together for as long as we have, you don't tend to do anything romantic. But I think rescuing me was romantic. Yeah. And I was teaching my daughter Jess to clean the windows together as a Valentine's date. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Actually, I may have to clean my windows because now the sun is going to be coming through. You can see the mess. But yeah. So if anyone's got any more questions about my, I've actually managed to do better than I thought I was going to. I thought my voice was going to completely conk out. So, but I hope you're feeling better, Jonathan. I'm hoping you can all hear me. I normally put my pink earphones in, but I was in such a rush, I completely forgot to do that. So goodness only knows if anyone can actually hear me. My directional thingy for the blower broke. And now the heat blows only out the dash straight at you. Feet freeze. Out the oh, I see. That kind of dash. The cat's going to join in a minute. It's not funny. You go back to sleep. Right. I get it now. Yeah, that's going to happen to me next. I'm actually amazed that anything works on my heap of metal out there. We shall get our old cars sorted and they will rule the streets. Mine already does rule the streets. Every single person I drive past, I think, I wonder if they're looking. Because as I said, I live in a snowflakey area where everyone's driving around in electric cars, up to their eyeballs in debt, living in sin with their flexible friends. You know what I mean? Cards. And they don't understand my car, but I think it's fantastic. Oh dear. Lady reported George for failing to be romantic today. Well, I'm just glad I managed to get some romance from my husband fixing my car. Yeah. I don't think anything else romantic is going to happen today after 28 years. 28 years. I know. Less for murder. You know what I mean? I'm so glad needed at least this summer the AC will blow on me. Well, my air conditioning doesn't work, so I may have to not use that car when it's an actual heat wave. Luckily, in the UK, we have about 3 days of heat wave a year. So I won't use it on those days. Just cover it up and just ignore it for a few days. And Karen says, oops, because not needed. Okay, so because, yes. Because at least this summer the AC will blow on me. Yes. If you can get it to work on a 99 is it camera, you say? That'd be a miracle, wouldn't it? Yeah. I can't believe my voice is still going. I can't believe it hasn't conked out. Mine only works on 4. Yours works on 4. You mean your aircon? Are you still talking about aircon, or are you talking about something else now, George? Mine only works on 4. Common problem. I lived in Germany for 3 years. It was brutal for a few weeks in the summer. No AC anywhere. No. Well, we only need air conditioning for about 2.5 days in the UK. So not a problem. I'll just ignore it. But I'm going to look amazing, right? To keep saying it, right? I'm going to look amazing this summer. About July, August time, I'm going to turn up if this vehicle still actually works in July and August. I'm going to turn up and I'm going to be looking good. Come on, because if I'm now fat adapted, only good things are going to happen, right? Come on. 1 more week until my 2-month weigh-in. Totally bailed out at the end of Jan. Sorry, I had a bit of extra air in my mouth then. Wasn't going to weigh in at the end of Jan. But I feel like because people are asking at work and noticing, and I've got the all-day energy, and because I was having my energy when I was just before 6 months, my energy was conking out around 1 p.m. and I was getting really cross because I felt like I needed to go and get more fat from somewhere. Well, once I got just past the 6-month point, around Christmas time, actually, I just suddenly realized I had this energy that didn't subside at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And that happened. And then around that time, I also just had more mental clarity, less hunger, and people starting to notice. So it looks like I'll be able to say to people, well, fat adaptation took 6 months for me. Now, some people won't believe that, and it still may not even have happened, but fingers crossed. Yes. Okay. So George's aircon only works on 4. Common problem. So it does work a bit. So when we have our 2.5-day heat wave, George is going to be good. And Karen says, of course you'll look amazing this summer. I seem to remember you saying in the summer of 2024, no, 2023, I think. Have we been hanging out together this long, Karen? I think we have. I remember you saying about August 2023, you're going to look amazing next summer. And of course, I didn't commit. And I remember thinking, Karen thinks I'm going to look amazing in August 24, and I don't think I am. But better late than never, right? There's always this summer. This summer, it's going to be brilliant. Keep saying it. The cat's very excited. She's mostly excited because she likes to get on the dining table because we still have baubles on the table because this house is as mad as me. Yeah. Oh, yes. George. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something else then. The grand entrance on August the 2nd, Her Serene Majesty Queen Sarah of Carnivore. I thought you were going to say something else. Don't worry, there's no vodka in here, as tempting as it is. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to have to remember my tiara, right, so that George is happy. But, yeah. Lenny thinks it's a vacuum issue. Oh, I don't know about any vacuum issues. Do you want me to get my husband on this live stream? Because he knows a little bit about stuff. In fact, he's very good about cars. I knew that he'd be able to fix it, and he came along. He came along with his trumpet. You know, I'm sorting out your car. He now wants to take the whole door apart. I don't want anyone to take any trim off my new doors. Old doors. Nearly as old as me. George, yes. And what does Karen say? It's okay, Sarah, you all. Yeah, but I want to look. I want to be slimmer. I am betting I'm not much less than £200 right now. After 7 months of effort. Oh, here she comes. We're going to take our mind off our. Oh no, come there. Yeah, we got my friend coming in now. No, okay, so July 2022, July 22nd, I was £217. At Christmas, I was 200.6. So I probably lost about £16.5 at Christmas. We're now 2 months on from that. I bet I'm no less than 195. Let's shake on it. Let's shake on it. My weight is, I've seen faster moving snails and slugs going through my garden than my weight. So I am thinking we should manage our expectations of this. The cat didn't want to come and see you guys. No, she's not having it. We're not ready. There's snow on the ground. Oh, have you had snow for ages? Because we don't get snow here. We get it for about 2 days and everyone panics. We don't get much. Lenny can't figure out. We will consult your husband. Yes. Yes, I don't know if he knows about aircon. He knows about old things. He's got an 80s car. He knows about really old things and maybe not aircon. But he can put his hand to pretty much anything, though. He can fix pretty much anything. Yes, and Carl may wear his suit of armor. He could be sirloin of beef. Very good. Very good. That's if we get anything organised. I really feel like I've let everyone down because I haven't done anything about it. The cat's just fallen off the table again. It's just a madhouse. It's a madhouse. And Fee says it's slow progress for me. Have you got faster moving snails in your garden too? Yes. I can feel your pain if that's true. I don't know why I've got this pen here. See that? I don't even know why I buy these things. I'm just an absolute lunatic. Yeah. Patience of a saint. There are some people that say that, I'm not going to mention names, but there are some people in the community that say they would keep going even without any. They're the ones that call us. It's like people saying, I don't know why people worry about money. Those people saying that are the ones with money, usually. Just saying. So we will see. We shall see. And it is happening. And whatever the scales say, I'm going to just carry on as I have been, staying in ketosis day after day, eating my meat. It has got to the point now where I just want the meat. I cannot see me going back to any kind of mixed diet. And I've been doing it so long now that I think my body would react quite badly to most plant foods now, which is a good thing because I just think it puts you off, you know. But my body just wants the meat. And it's been like that for a while now, hasn't it, for me? Since about 5 months, 4 months maybe. I can't believe it's 7 months next weekend. 7 months. I was talking to someone about it today. We had a stand-in in our nursery, and I was telling her about it. And she said, but of course you eat the salads as well, don't you? And I said, no, I don't. And I'm glad you're here because as it's half term, the head teacher brought round some treats. Now, she probably brought round cupcakes that were this size. Now, this is about the size of my head. That was the size of the cupcake I turned down. A red velvet one with pink icing. And I said to her, no, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm still doing that meat thing. She said, oh, you're still doing that meat thing? I said, yes, 7 months now. Because I turned down the Christmas dinner. And she was asking my teacher that I work with, why is Sarah not here on the Christmas dinner? And she told her that I was doing the carnivore diet. Well, over 2 months later, still at it, still doing it. I love telling people. I love a reaction. The more I'm doing it, the more I'm getting excited about just telling people. And Karen says, I'll take 195. Yeah, that's because just a minute ago I said, I bet you any money, shake on it, that I'm no less than 195 after 7 months of effort. 7 months of no sugar and no carbs, and most of that without dairy. So how many days have I got now before I complete my 365 days? So, let's just, oh yeah, I've been out in her today. She's called the troublemaker. You've got to do things, haven't you, while you're still alive. You've got to live. So let me just open up my app that tells me how many days I've got to go to get to my 1 year carniversary. And I'm at 157. So that's 157 to go. And you'll see it says 1 year of the correct human diet. Correct. Got that from Mitch. Correct. And my day counter, I've got 207 days past, so I'm on day 208, right? I'm on day 208. Seed oil free, 172 days. I'm going to have to delete the black tea one, though. The black tea's got to go. I'm going to have to delete it now. I'm going to do it right in front of you guys. Anyone that's still here, I'm going to delete the black tea one because I've been having black tea. Delete. So, but we've still got the others. Carnivore 207, so 208, and seed oil free, 172 now I'm on. That's my longest time without seed oil. And before that, it was 3 months. So I'm beating all my personal bests. So it's all you can do, isn't it? All you can do is just keep working on yourself and just keep going. And if you know that you're better than you were last year, or you're still trying, it's fine by me. Right, I'm surveying the venue. The venue meaning for our meetup in Somerset in the UK, August the 2nd. Big forward step, lots of photos and feedback. Great. Give me some jobs, George, because I'm now feeling better and now on half term, so I've got more time to think. I've just had my eldest son's birthday. He was 19. I've just had my youngest son's birthday. He was 13. I know the in-laws are going to keep falling over, but that I can't do anything about them. They're going to just keep doing what they're doing. My husband went around there at 11:30 last night. I was actually asleep. I didn't know. He went around to pick them up again off the floor. They don't eat a lot of meat, and they haven't eaten a lot of meat for a long time. And it's partly to do with seeing the state they're in that keeps me going, because they love the pharmaceuticals. They completely trust the drug companies. They eat a lot of whole grains, low fat nonsense, tinned tomato soup with seeded whole grain bread. And they wonder why their guts don't work properly. And then my mother-in-law turns around and says it must be some kind of tropical disease that I caught in India when I was young. She's still going with that one. She's still going with the tropical disease that she had in India when she was young. Nothing to do with the whole grain seeded bread with the Warburton's Thins, which is this really, really thin, almost calorie-free bread that she eats, dipped into a half a tin of tomato soup, followed by a mint humbug, perhaps, or a chocolate biscuit. And that's her done for the day. That's done. That's me done. That's me done. I don't know why I keep falling over. I just don't know why we keep falling over. Do you? No, I don't know why we keep falling over. And there's me eating steak after steak after steak, just feeling myself get stronger and stronger. Never mind. Never mind. Now, let me see. I've got lots more comments all of a sudden. And my friend Karen, who just keeps coming back with me, I'm feeling the frustration with you. Which bit? So much. There's so much frustration. I think I've just talked about 5 different frustrating things all at once there. But it's amazing to still have you. And Jeff says 295 for you. Oh my gosh, you're so close to your 1-year carniversary. That's brilliant. Excellent. And another theory of illnesses, these sicknesses that pop up are old toxins releasing from burning fat cells. Well, that would explain a few things if that was true. I love hearing all these theories. Some people feel that it's just germs passing around. Some people feel that the children have got these reactions to the things that get sprayed up their nose. Something I believe too. Other people think it's just a detox, a seasonal detox, which is another amazing theory, but it doesn't explain how I was ill in October and then 3 small ones and another big one. So Karen's theory of, old toxins releasing from burning fat is a great one. And I'm hoping that's it with me. That probably means I'm going to keep getting sick, right? Now that I'm burning all this fat like it's melting off me. You won't be able to see me soon. I'll be sitting behind this pen and everyone's going to be, where's Sarah gone? Where has she gone? Fee. Yeah, I am this mad all the time, and I'm this mad at work as well. People don't get me, but they find me funny because they just don't know what's going on and they never know what I'm going to say next. Fee is on day 339, nearly there. Oh my gosh, that's so close. That's like, do you have a date? What's your date that you're going to be on your 1-year anniversary? Amazing. But you said it's slow progress for you too. There are some people out there that don't believe us, but it is happening. It is happening. And Jeff saying, way to go, Fee. And then George says, organise the raffle. Right. I'm going to ask Alex to ask Kerry, I think. Alex Cannon from Carnival for Life. We need to talk Kerry into donating some merch. That's right. The proceeds are going to Healing Humanity. Yep. For anyone that is coming, I don't know how many people are going to actually watch this live back. But we are going, any leftover residue money is going to be going to the Healing Humanity documentary. So, which Kerry's very happy about, of course. So I do need to organise that this week. I do need to get my life organised. And then LOLO tropical disease. The seeded bread nearly killed me. I know. The tropical disease. And she's even managed to convince the father-in-law that she's still suffering with this tropical disease. The father-in-law, bless them, they're well into their 90s now and falling over constantly. But before anyone says they're bound to fall over in the 90s, I don't believe that to be true at all. Just look at Maggie, the rancher. Do you think that she's going to suddenly, at the age of 90, start falling over like geriatric dominoes? No. She's eating loads and loads and loads of meat and is really strong mentally and physically. And she's not going to start just falling over like, oh, I fell over again, you know? No. Diet, medication, lifestyle. It's all, you know, we're not all designed to just start randomly falling over. My grandmother, she got to 93. She would have been longer. But she ate so much meat. And she was really tough. She never got anything wrong with her. She never fell over. She never lost her marbles. Yeah, tropical disease. I just can't believe it. The frustration of the sluggish weight loss. I've kind of got used to it. But at least now I am committed. At least now I'm all in. So now there's hope. Because all the while I was on and off, there was no hope. And in the end, I just got fed up with there being no hope. At least now, I'm now seeing some movement. But don't, you know, when you tune in for my weigh-in on Saturday, don't get overly excited. We'd leave it there. I'd be amazed if there's any weight loss. Yeah. Yes, I was actually thinking of Bill. You're saying about Bill not proved all the toxic sludge in the lymph system. Yeah, that cuts loose and causes pain and illness. Absolutely. He struggled, didn't he? All that sudden weight loss just caused all this, you know, chaos in the body. Absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking of him when you mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah. Fee, 12th of March. So 12th of March is Fee's carniversary. Really? I'm excited. Well, what day of the week is that? Because we're going to need to do a bit of a song for you. So I need to make a note of that with my Sarah a Healthy Carnival pen. And because we have to wait until 22nd of March for 22nd of July for mine. Right, that's the day after my brother's birthday. We're going to sing a song for Fee. 12th of March. Fee's carniversary. Right, make a note of that. Get your trumpets out, get your hats, because that is brilliant. So yeah, need another drink. We're nearly at the hour. I think I'm probably going to leave it there because it's been a totally, yeah, Karen saying congratulations, Fee. I'm so glad I did this now. I was actually quite tired when I got in. I think it was the not being able to shut the car door debacle. Old cars. But, my God, she looks good. Who cares? So I'm going to wrap this up at the top of the hour. But I have had fun, and I'm so glad you've all come to chat to me. Hopefully Tanya is watching this back. Hopefully you're happy with the answers I gave to your questions at the beginning. You're not too disappointed in me that I did end up going back to dairy for a few weeks. But I know I can go without it for a long time. I totally expect to come off it. Like I said, my psoriasis has come back a bit as a result, which is a bit uncomfortable. So already looking for an exit route from the dairy. As it's half term and we're going to have some sun, I'm thinking tomorrow is the day. We have not got any football training this weekend, no football matches. It should be, fingers crossed, a chilled weekend. And so that seems to me a good time to make sure that I've got the tea out, the dairy out, and just the plain meats. Later in the week, just the last couple of days before weigh-in, I may have a couple of lie-in days, because when I weighed in December, I'd had a couple of lie-in days. Just a really good detox, and then weigh in, so I've got my true number of fat pounds gone. It would be amazing if it was something like 10 pounds in that time, but and then we remember it's me. Then we will have a good old giggle and carry on with our sad pathetic day. That's my sad pathetic day, not yours. Karen says, this is exciting. What's exciting now? Is it the song we're going to sing for Fiona or for Fee on the 12th of March? Or is it, do you know what though? Oh, you're probably saying that's exciting about Karen. Do you know what I've noticed the other day? You might think this is funny. You may not. I did notice that my feet don't look as puffy. I have a photo that I took of my feet last summer, just before getting started. Oh, Oliver's here. Ollie, do you want to take part in my live stream? That's a no. That's a no. Si, do you know anything about air conditioning? Because we've got a 99 Camry with an air conditioning problem. Do you want to help diagnose it?
Well, it might have a leak.
It might have a leak. It might have a leak.
Is it blowing warm air?
Is it blowing warm air? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a diagnosis for another time.
Could be the belt. Could be the aircon compressor.
Could be the aircon compressor.
Could be a lack of gas.
Lack of gas.
Might need regassing.
Might need regassing.
Could have a leak in the system.
Or a leak in the system. Any of those things. I will. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Don't you touch my computer. I'm going to wrap this up now because it's gone ridiculous. And I keep showing them the Christmas bauble as well.
Well, Tink got all that out earlier.
Yeah, the cat been playing with the bauble. Oh, Karen says, I believe it's a vacuum leak. No, it just won't change the direction the air blows. Oh, yeah. She said she was just getting cold feet. Is that right? Yeah. Thanks, husband of Sarah. I think it was just blowing out on her feet.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. But anyway, clearly this has gone completely down the pan and we're no longer talking about the carnivore lifestyle. So I think, and don't throw your socks at me. Oh my gosh, right, we're definitely time to go. Hang on a minute. Karen said, psoriasis, it's the processed dairy, probably, most likely. But I'm happy to go without dairy most of the time. I mean, I actually went without dairy for 6 months. Yeah. 6 months in one go. And I'm quite happy to do that again. Because I do feel less puffy and more vibrant without it. So happy for it to go. The excitement is about Fee. Yay for skinny feet. Yes. I don't know yet, but I did take a photo of my feet before I got started, and I looked at them the other day and I thought, I don't know about skinny, but they look less like an elephant's foot. So I'll be keeping an eye on that and do a side-by-side photo if I get any more progress on that. Jeff saying, have a great day, everyone. Yes, I am going to sign out at the hour. I'm going to go. And Karen says, thanks, everyone. Yes. If you can. So it's just, that just makes me laugh when you've put, Karen, you're so funny. I'm so glad you've joined us. Just the direction the air blows. And Karen says, ha, 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 less elephant foot, more gazelle. Ooh. Apparently I've got more gazelle foot. Oh, I like that. Okay. So I'm going to try and do some videos this week, but I haven't had anything new until I've got this weigh-in next week. I don't know what to talk about. So Jill just turned up. Sorry, Jill, we're actually going to go in a sec because I've had a bit of a long day and I've been just talking for an hour and and I'm just feeling tired. I'm gonna have to go and chill for a minute, and I want to go back outside and look at the sun because it's just come out for the first time in about 17 years. Have you tried A2 milk and goat's cheese? Is these the last likely to cause trouble? No, maybe. There's a goat's cheese that my mother-in-law likes. She eats about half an ounce a month, but she does eat it. A2 milk, but also not pasteurized or homogenized. It's a different protein. Yeah. I think the next time I eat dairy now will be when I go to Cornwall in the UK, to the dairy farm, and eat and drink. Just I don't have much, but they always offer us some milk, and I always have some, along with their pastured eggs. And yeah, it's an incredible place, and they are the happiest people I've ever seen. I forgot about that factoid. Which factoid? Many factoids coming up now. Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But I need to be getting away from dairy, I think, really, because it becomes dairy for me then becomes something I might snack on in the evening when I'm not really supposed to. I'm looking forward to it being half term this week so I can have my TUMAD. I can wait until about 10 or 11, have a lovely big meal, and then have another lovely big meal at 5 or 6, and not have any need for any treating myself or snacking, because that has come back in the last few weeks, and it's not good behavior. Not good, and I know it's not good, and I'm not going to get anywhere doing that. So I'm so glad half term has come along when it has, so I can reset, get back to proper carnivore the way it's supposed to be done. TUMAD, no snacking, no dairy, and yeah. Factoid about the A2 versus Jersey cows. Yeah, I think I need to be off dairy altogether, though. As amazing as it is amazing. But anyway, sorry that my son didn't want to join in. And the cat only showed about one ear and then disappeared again, then fell off the table. This is my life. Hopefully we won't be picking up the in-laws off the floor tonight again. George says his feet shrank. Mine need to shrink, believe me. So I am looking at them on a regular basis and thinking, have they shrunk? Have they shrunk? Let's see. Might get a photograph of them and put them side by side on a thumbnail with the one I took back in June or July and see if there's any difference. But anyway, that's enough about my feet. They're not that nice. But I may have to paint my toenails next weekend if I'm going to film myself getting on there. If it's under 195, I'm going to eat my feet. Okay. So I think on that feety note, that cheesy note, we're going. So thank you so much for everyone that joined in. This has actually been a lot of fun. I have kind of worn myself out though, so I'm going to end it. So thank you so much for coming in and joining me. I need to end the stream and just go and chill for a bit. There's a song in there somewhere, but I'm not going to sing. Don't sing. Anyway, Karen's got to go. Thanks, Sarah. Bye, everybody. Yeah, bye. So let's bye. I'm going to end it now. Thank you so much. I will be here next Friday afternoon for more of the same. You take care. Bye.